King oyster mushrooms. They've made progress. G'day everyone. We're going to be having a look at our experiment on the king oyster mushrooms. We did some in bags and we did some in buckets. So we'll have a look at that bucket in a second. But our control subjects in the bag have colonised nicely. So if we have a look, it's not pinning yet, or I can't see anything pinning. Doesn't mean it isn't. But I think that's actually ready to open that one. I'll have a look at another one and show you. Not all of them are ready. So this one is still going and may have actually failed. But we'll leave it for a while longer. But this one is definitely ready to open up. And there's a couple of things we're going to do. We'll just take the tape off. And we're going to try and top fruit it from here. So I'll stand it in a little bucket, like so. I'm going to put a little nick in the bottom just to help with any excess moisture that's in there, because that gets very humid inside that tent. And we shall stand it up between a couple of the existing. I did mention this before, that we want a gap between the top of the substrate and the top of the bag, so that we can capture a layer of carbon dioxide in here and force the king oysters up to grow those nice, long, thick stems. So let's just pop him back in and we'll have a look at our bucket ones. Take the lid off. That fell down. And he's not quite ready. As we can see, it's growing quite nicely. I don't think it's ready to leave open yet, so we'll cover it back up. But these buckets have drainage holes in the bottom, but no holes around the outside like we normally would do to have them fruit out the side. And again, this is so that we get a layer of carbon dioxide in here, forcing the king oysters up to grow nice and tall with thick stems. These are the ones I'm really interested in. The others were leftover substrate and acting as a control to see how well this method goes. So we've got probably another, maybe a week, probably a bit less actually. Open them up every day, give them a fan to get the air changed over, put the lid back on loosely, back in the greenhouse, and we shall return. To continue the experimental nature of this, in addition to just opening the top up, I'm going to do the traditional X cut on this one, which is also ready. So if we have a look there, nicely colonised. We're just going to put a little X in here. If I can. Cut your nose off, dog.
How will it smell?
Awful. So there we go. Open it up. And we'll see whether having that bag at the top is actually worthwhile. In you go. We'll be back in a few days to check on them. So remember, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to see which way actually turns out best. Enjoy life. I'll catch you in the garden.